Okay, so some unfortunate news for the Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs, their star running back, has been arrested for a DUI. So basically, how this happened was the team returned from the season finale. Police responded to a single vehicle crash at 4:42 a.m. Police suspected impairment, and Jacobs was taken to a local hospital due to minor injuries. He was then taken to Clark County Detention Center. He was booked for DUI. Jacob's attorneys said they would plead not guilty if the case gets that far. He was released from custody and has a court appearance March 8th. And the source was Paul Gutierrez, ESPN staff writer. So before I get my thoughts, Nate, you go first. What do you think about Josh Jacobs being arrested for DUI? Your thoughts?
Well, obviously, we wish him the best of luck moving forward. Man, this is tough. I remember you were talking to me off camera about this, about how he could plead not guilty because it just wasn't enough to prove that he was a DUI. But as far as I'm concerned, that's particularly a report. It's not actually a reality yet. So with that said, we got to go off of what we said, and this is a bad look for you, man. I mean, you're the Raiders star running back. I believe he's the second year running back. Second year, yeah. Not a good look for you, man. And I understand the Raiders kind of blew it, so it's like, man, like scratch mode. But like at the same time, it's like, dude, come on, you gotta step up. You gotta step up on this team because this team had such great potential, and they still do. And they blew it, and they lost out on the playoffs because of it. And this is just not, this isn't a good place to start. I mean, you can't be going out there doing all these drugs, all these alcohol, and all that. Like I say it all the time, like you can't be doing that, especially when you got all these kids looking up to you, all your players looking up to you, coaches, family, whatever. It's unnecessary.
Yeah, and before I give my opinion, I want to read three quotes. One from his attorney, the other one from the Raiders as a whole, and then and then the last one from the head coach. So I'll start off with the attorney. So the Raiders attorney, not the Raiders attorney, excuse me, Josh Jacobs' attorney has says no complaint has been filed against our client, and there are no blood test results to support a suggestion of impairment. Jacobs' attorney Dave Z. Chesnoff and Richard A. Schoenfeld, excuse me, said in a statement, "We intend to enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Jacobs if he is charged." So that was the first one by the attorney, and I think that's the most important one. But I'll read the head coach and in the Raiders statement in general. This is the Raiders statement. They said the Raiders are aware of the situation involving Josh Jacobs. The organization takes these matters seriously, and we have no further comment at this moment, which is smart by them because they don't know exactly what's happened. And last but not least was John Gruden. John Gruden said, "We're just aware of it. I will say that Josh is okay, and I'm not at liberty to comment on it until I get more facts. But we do have word that Josh is okay, and we are looking into the matter." So, three things I've learned from these three quotes right here. Number one, I don't want to automatically assume Josh Jacobs is guilty of being impairment, which means like DUI drunk. I don't want to automatically
Right.
assume because it might not be true. You know what I'm saying? Could have been reckless driving. You know what I'm saying, or careless driving at that. Could have been he was sleepy, something. You know what I'm saying? He just will on medicine. Medicine does that to you and makes you little. It makes you little woozy and out of your mind. Could be anything, man. You just don't know. We'll find out what it is. Obviously, they're pleading not guilty, which means he probably didn't do it. So that's number one. Number two, I think it was very smart for the Las Vegas Raiders to not just assume that he was part of a DUI, because they don't have all the information. Obviously, they said we take these matters seriously, in which they should. But I think it was very smart by them to only say that little. And as for John Gruden, I just gotta give credit to his integrity for a guy to say to repeatedly remind us that Josh Jacobs is okay, opposed to talking about the situation. Because we also got to remember these are humans too. We don't want to see the drinker dying of a DUI.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing we want to see. So the fact that he's okay and the fact that John Gruden reminded us of that just shows how big his integrity is. Now, going with this, if he did, I mean, shame on him because I mean, and remember, this is the running back. He was homeless too. This was a guy who was homeless, living in his car with his dad and his brothers, and he basically had to scratch and claw his way to join Alabama football, and he had to scratch and claw his way into the NFL. Now he's obviously a millionaire, But you got to remember, this is a guy who literally came from nothing. And the fact that if this is true, because again, we don't know if it's true, but if this story is true that he was drunk while intoxicated, it's a shame to see him almost throw all of it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously he didn't probably, but you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say it anyway. If he is, it's a shame to see him attempt to throw it all away because it's your choice to drink and it's your choice to drive. You got to remember that. You might be drunk, but it's your choice to drive. And I'll be real with you. If you're planning on drinking, you should be with either A, you should be with somebody that doesn't drink and will drive you home, or B, you should end up giving your keys to that bartender.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You should be with somebody with a right state of mind to tell you, look, don't be drinking and driving. The fact that he was all alone, and if he drank, if he was drunk while intoxicated, because again, we don't know. I'm gonna keep saying that. If he was drunk while intoxicated, I think this is a shame on him. Because Josh Jacobs came from nothing, bro. Living in his dad's car with his two brothers. He had to scratch and claw his way with blood, sweat, and tears onto that Alabama team, and he had to scratch his way into the NFL. That's all hard work right there. So the fact that you're willing to throw away all that hard work just to attempt to screw it up, that's wrong on you.
Absolutely.
But again, we don't know. He's pleading not guilty. He's telling us that he didn't do it, and that could absolutely be true too. If it is, I mean, I expect it all to turn over, to fall over. I expect his life to be lived like it should be, because I don't want to just put dirt on somebody's name if they didn't do anything. But like you said, you're absolutely right. There are kids who look up to you. There are kids and there are people and especially your fans who look up to you and they see you a certain way and you don't want them, and even if they don't look up to you, you don't want your fans to see you a different way.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, with that being said, I'm not going to spend too much time on this no more. Good luck to Josh Jacobs in his court case. I mean, I hope he didn't do it. Good luck to the Las Vegas Raiders. And if we have any other news on Josh Jacobs, we'll let you know.